I am from the Bay Area. You know, I was born in Oakland, lived there for most of my life in Oakland and Richmond. I'm in the East Bay. And when the incident happened, it affected my community like in a major way. You know, it's one of the biggest events that happened in the last few years in the Bay Area. You know, and I was there when it happened in the Bay Area when it happened. And when the fallout happened, and that's when I kind of got the idea to get my frustrations out and tell that story. You know.
People get lost in the minutia of the fact that he had a criminal record, but at the time of the incident, there was no way the cops would have known that. So, it's a sad but beautiful story in that it just shows his humanity and the humanity of all the people that he came in contact with on that last day. And I think the fact that he was trying to change his life shows that, to me, for me, what I take away from this is that everybody deserves a shot at redemption. And sadly, his was taken away from him.
Yeah,
So.
it's one of those stories where, it's about his relationships. The relationships that he had that was the most important to him. With his mom, his daughter, his baby mother, his girlfriend at the time, and his best friends. And regardless of your background, where you come from, what color you are, nobody deserves to lose their life the way he did. And we just wanted to show, if you have a heart and you're trying to do the right thing, that you should have a shot at some happiness. And we just wanted to show that in the right light.
The other thing that kind of triggered me to write the script as it is, because what the script is about is essentially about this guy and his relationships, and it's about how people treat each other. Looking at his relationships that are most important to him, being his relationship with his daughter, his relationship with his mother, and his relationship with his girlfriend, who was his fiancée at the time. And I think that what inspired me to make the story about that was seeing how his character kind of got pulled in different directions after he was killed. He kind of became a politicized issue. People either said he was a criminal or he was a saint. And through that process, his humanity got lost. Like who Oscar was kind of got lost in the shuffle. So I wanted to kind of recapture that.
As an actor, I've never really had to play a real person. And to know that I was portraying a woman, a real journey, and she lost her only son, there was a lot emotionally to deal with, and I wanted to make sure I got it right. And, showed her in the best light possible, which is hard not to do because she's an amazing woman.
I was actually playing a real life person too, Sophina, who we got to meet, and I remember that meeting we met in Starbucks, yeah. And I remember Mike and I the ride over, we were like, oh my God, we just want to do the best by her, and I think that's like the feeling of like the whole movie, like when you're playing real life people, we become so invested in being truthful and respectful.
I love the way Ryan just basically chronicled the last day of Oscar's life. He wasn't making a statement that the cop was wrong or that Oscar was right, he just told a truthful story. So I think people will take away from this whatever it is, however it affects them in their lives, I think.
I'm from Palo Alto, and so when it happened, I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and of course I had heard about it. It was a headline, and my parents certainly heard about it, but I found it strange and angering that it wasn't more of a conversation. It wasn't something that my friends were talking about. So I'm so grateful to be a part of the story and, from where I'm from, but that's going to tell the story truthfully and start conversations and start a dialogue.